Hello, it's Emma Etheridge, the Wedding Biz Coach, and welcome back to Weekly Wedding Biz Tips, where you get practical hints and tips to help you to build a wonderfully successful wedding business. Now, in today's YouTube video, I want to share with you how you can really go about understanding the vision that your couples have so that you can make sure you are providing a service and providing products that match that vision. Now, for you to create the perfect wedding for your couples, you first off need to understand a few key things from them. You need to make sure that you really understand and get the vision that they are trying to find for their day. Now, this can be very, very difficult because it's all in their heads or it's all on Pinterest boards, but it is fantastic to try and tease out from your couples when you are having those consultations with them or when you are in email conversations with them. So in today's video, I want to share with you some tips to help you to really understand the vision of your couple, some questions that you can ask them, and some ways that you can follow up to make sure that you are absolutely on task and you know exactly what it is that you are looking to deliver. So tip number one is to ask them what they imagine their perfect day to be like. Now, this is really important because it may well be that they haven't actually had this conversation between the two of them, and it may well be that either side of the relationship has a different view here as to what a perfect day is. So it's always a really interesting one to kind of get to grips with, because you will know instantly whether they have their perfect vision set out or whether they're still very undecided about a lot of decisions in their wedding planning process. Now, if they are very undecided, this is a fantastic opportunity for you to be able to really demonstrate your expertise and really show support here and help them to walk through, right, how can you practically move all of these crazy ideas that have come from Pinterest into something that they can work into an actual real life wedding that actually means something to them. So this is really important to understand. Ask them what they imagine their perfect day to be. Have that conversation with them and see what you come out with. Question number two is to ask the couple what is most important to them. Now, this response will give you a fantastic feel for what their priorities are and therefore how you can help them, how the products and services that you have to offer will really help to fit the vision that they have. Now, this helps you as well because it enables you to draw on the emotion of what they're trying to feel from their day. And when you can really grab onto this emotion, you can make sure that you really position your products and services right at the centre of what it is they're trying to achieve. Now, this isn't sleazy or horrible sales technique. This is you wanting to deliver a fantastic service to a couple. You want to help them to have the most amazing day, and you want to make sure that the thing that is most important to them is something that you are referring to so that they can continually feel connected to you as a supplier. Now, having this emotional connection will make them realise that you really understand what they are trying to achieve, and this will help to convert more brides to you. It will get more brides booking with you. Now, it may be that their priority is to have the most talked about wedding in the community for the next couple of years, or it may just be that they want to have a big party and bring all their friends and family together. And from those two answers, you will really be able to see what kind of bride it is that you're dealing with, and you will be able to see how well matched you are for that as well. It's a really important one. Tip number three is to help them to paint a picture. Once you know what is important to your couple and once you know what their perfect day looks like, you can start to paint a picture of how the services or the products that you offer can help them achieve that vision. This will help to make sure that the couple see you as a must-have for their wedding, not just a nice-to-have. So it's going to help you to convert more of those bookings. It's also going to help you to give something to follow up on. So let's say you've had a consultation with the bride and groom and they haven't come back to you. This enables you to kind of really help to paint a picture of what it is that you could offer them based upon what is most important to them. And that's a great way of following up. And that leads me on to tip number four. That is to make sure you follow up on that vision. Now, if your couples are in the beginning part of their planning process, they may still have lots of ideas floating around their head. They may not yet know exactly what it is that they want, so you need to make sure you check back in and see if anything has changed. And this is a really great way of keeping the communication open with your couples as well. So make sure you follow up on that vision. Now, also it's important to say that all of the information that you derive from these questions and from these tips that I'm sharing with you today are really golden marketing nuggets that you can use throughout your business, not just for the couple that you are dealing with, but also for other couples too, because if one couple feels like this, then it's likely that others will as well. You can also use these notes and these ideas on things like the vision and what is important as content for blogs, for social media, and for your newsletters as well. So it's a really great way of capturing some really valuable content that you can use throughout your business. Tip number 5 is to make sure you check in. As you work through the order, make sure that their vision is still the same, that things haven't changed. Yes, this will be more relevant to some services than others, but it is so important to make sure you check back in and make sure that you're still on track. This will make you a really invaluable wedding supplier to them. And then what happens once they have booked you and then you start to check back in with them continually? They will love you, they will refer you, and this means that you will get more bookings because they are referring you, because they absolutely love you and they want to tell the world about you. So the 5 tips I've just talked through. Tip number 1 is to ask your couples what they imagine their perfect day to be. The second is to ask the couple what is most important to them. Now, those 2 questions really help to enable you to craft something that is really going to appeal to the couple, making sure you are ticking off 2 of the biggest things that they may not have considered and that other suppliers may not be asking them. Tip number 3 is to help to paint them a picture, and you can use this as a fantastic way of following up with a couple, perhaps after a consultation or perhaps after you've had some initial conversations with them. This is a great way of kind of pushing the inquiry through the process a little bit more. Tip number 4 is to follow up on that vision, and tip number 5 is to make sure you check back in with the vision and make sure it hasn't changed. So those tips hopefully will give you some ideas as to how you can really start to understand the vision that your couples have. This is really important because it means that you are feeling really confident as a supplier that you are delivering a service that they absolutely want. Also, from the bride's perspective, you are going to be the most helpful and the most supportive of suppliers that they are using, and this helps to make sure that they refer you, they tell everybody about you, and you start to build a wonderful business. So if you've liked this video, make sure you like, comment and share. Also make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos. So I shall see you next Thursday. Bye bye.